Won't you listen to me? I got that flavor. I know you're dying to feed. I ain't no dancer, just got some hip in my feet. Now throw your hands up. Ooh, you bring the lighter, I got the fuse. You make a fire, I'll add the fuel. Follow my lady, just watch your shoes. Gotta turn the heat up to get this cool.
Welcome back, guys. Welcome. As you come into the room, into the live chat, be sure to like this video. Be sure to share your vote in the YouTube poll, how you'd rate the latest episode of Love and Marriage DC. Also, let me know where you're watching from. Same for the replay crew as always. This is our weekly recap of Love and Marriage DC. And I always tell you, I go into the episode not sure what they're going to give me this week because I'm not sure where we are headed this season. It's very different covering this show versus some of the other reality shows because it's such a new situation, especially when we're talking about DC. But I have to say I was pleasantly surprised because I'm seeing this cast evolve in a good way. Unfortunately, not for Winter. We will get there, but because, we won't be talking about Potomac until tomorrow during our weekly recap with Layla Lynn and Grace Report at 1 p.m. I believe I will post where we will be. We won't be on my channel. We'll be on, I think, Layla's channel next week. So be sure to check, this week, I should say. Be sure to check that out. I'll be posting the links on my Twitter and on YouTube and things like that. But of course, we will have our weekly recap here at 3 p.m. Eastern. That would be 12 p.m. PST here on the channel. And we have a lot to unpack because it is the season 7 finale. But I started a stir over the weekend. Why was Fire Robin trending? And honestly, when people started saying you started this because I had started a game, if you were here on Friday when we went live and we were talking about the revelations from the Real Housewives of Potomac reunion trailer, I was telling you guys, let's play a new game. I'm tired of F, Marry, Kill. Let's do Fire, Demote, Keep. And I said, let me bring it to Twitter. And we started playing it over the weekend. And I included Robin, Giselle, and Ashely. And the only reason why I kind of had an idea that I was part of the reason why Fire Robin started trending, I said part, because you guys have been saying for her to be fired all week. Along with that, Keep Ashely was trending. And of course, that's part of the game that we were playing. So I was like, oh. So if you're not following me on Twitter, you should, because I also played the game with Housewives from New Jersey, Housewives from Atlanta, Housewives from Beverly Hills. And I'm going to switch it up. I'm going to make it a little bit more difficult. But so far, I like this game. And it's for fun. Don't you guys, because some of you guys will get so serious about this. Oh, why you got to include that? It's a game. This is no one's really getting fired the same way no one's really getting killed in F, Marry, Kill. Just saying. It's a game. Let's have some fun. I would play this game with this cast, but they're so new, so I don't want to play this game with it. I want everyone to stay in their position. Okay, never mind. No, Winter, you can go. So let's get into this Love and Marriage DC recap. This is only episode 3 of their second season. They are still literally filming this current season, which I find to be so interesting. I don't know if we necessarily see that with a lot of reality TV shows, but they're literally in the midst of filming. Anyone check in on Monique? Is Monique good? I know she was in Africa not too long ago. I know she's good, but you know what I mean? Like, what's next for Monique? I'm interested. Okay, not really. I'm interested if it's another trip to Africa. I'm just saying, or another trip somewhere fabulous. All right. So at the top of this episode, we have Winter and Arena and their back and forth. And I told you last week about this and the receipts. The receipts. We got to stop saying receipts if they're not really receipts. Because receipts aren't receipts. Or DMs from some random person is not receipts. They're DMs. Unless those DMs have receipts. Well, Winter's brought up this rumor that someone brought to her in her DMs. And I told you, I don't know if it's the same person, but there have been other people that have reached out to me last season, before the season even began, saying similar things about Arena and Jamie as parents and Jason, who is their blind son. So she decides to bring this rumor on the show. And she says, well, this person said this to me. And then she tried to make it seem like she didn't believe it. If you didn't believe it, why are you bringing it up? She's like, I didn't even respond. Me either. Why are you bringing it up? And I told you she's dangerous because she wants to be on the show. I got an inkling of this, well, of course, last season. But what Monique said during the reunion, she kept on calling me about the show. She wants to know more about this and that. And I was like, this girl just wants to be able to elevate whatever businesses that she's currently doing. And now she's a singer. And I did listen to the song, Sign My Papers. It actually, it bopped. Black, you did that. It bopped, all right? I will admit when something is good. It was good, and she sounded good. Well, focus on that, girl. Just pursue your music career. Not here, because I told you she would be dangerous on the show because she would do Carlos King's bidding. And that's exactly what she did. She decided to bring these receipts to the show, no matter how it could affect anyone, Arena and Jamie or herself. And I see a lot of you on social media are like, really? Because a lot of you liked Winter last season. And I get why. Because she sort of was just coming in. She had that man that scammed her. But I told you from jump, girl, you didn't go to this man's house ever and you decided to marry this man? I always kind of gave her the side eye, but I felt for her because, scammers will scam. But now you're all seeing her for who she really is, a clout chaser. Will do anything to be on this show. Because what else is going on in Winter's life that will be interesting for us to follow this season? Her making the song Gutter Barbies? Not interested. She signed her divorce papers. Congrats. You can go. Thank you for your services. And honestly, I felt for Arena in this situation because now you're attacking her parenting. And to me, she was very cool and calm in response to it. She's like, well, he's supposed to go to school, isn't he? So you already know, Winter says that the allegations that this DM was saying is that Arena and Jamie sent Jason off to this school. And when he aged out of the system, he came back home. They left Jason with her mom. And we get to see Arena's mom this episode. And I mean, Arena's mom just seems to be a part of the family. That food looked really good, and she was cooking breakfast for these grown folks. I'm just saying, I don't know how often she does it. It could have just been this particular day. I don't know if she does it all the time. She might like doing it. I wish I had a mama like that who just cook for me all the time. Okay. So she brings up these rumors. She says that, these are receipts. And in her confessional, Winter says that, well, she did provide, more information and pictures and things like that. Pictures of what? Like, what is going to prove your allegations of them not taking care of Jason and leaving Jason with their mom? And one thing I will point out, Arena says, I heard those rumors 2 years ago. Because I'll tell you this, according to my DMV sources, they said this has been a rumor about Jamie and Arena for years. Just saying, because I told you before, not only did I receive that message, I have deep DMV sources. I'll be in the DMV soon, y'all. I was already talking with my friend. We're going to come to the DMV. Stay tuned. But my DMV sources are deep. And they were saying this. They said this has been going on for years. These rumors. But how do you confirm anything like this? But a lot of you are dogging Winter's like, girl, this is what you're doing? And I told you, she's desperate to be on the show. And one of the ways that she's going to be on the show, because she doesn't have any real connections or friendships with any of the women anymore, is to start trouble. And of course, they want an antagonist. A lot of you liked Winter last season, so now here she is back this season, causing trouble. I just looked at her, I was like, you are so pitiful. Oh, woo, woo, woo. Bye. All right. It doesn't end there though between them, because she says Winter accuses Arena, you threatened to beat me up on Twitter. And then they show the tweet. And she basically says, because Winter called Arena a mute. And she basically says, oh, when I see you in these streets, I'll show you who's mute. And Arena says, that doesn't mean I'm going to beat you up. And when I think about it, I'm like, that's kind of true, though. When you think about it, I'll show you who's mute, meaning that when I see you, I will cuss you out. Arena is lovely and sweet, but I also see that potential for Arena to be like, I'm from the DMV. I ain't messing. Don't mess with me. Just saying. Bye, Winter. I'm glad that was the only scene with Winter in this episode. What else is she going to give us this season? What else is going on in Winter's life that we will be interested in? I mean, I'm open to being wrong. I'm sure we are going to see more of her later this season. And I'm guessing we'll hear Gutter Barbies. I'm going to listen because, look, Sign My Papers actually bopped. Good job, Black. Just saying. Look, I didn't want to start bopping to it. And then I was just like this. Sign my papers. I was like, oh, shoot. I was like, this is Winter? Why am I bopping? I don't want to bop to this. And I was bopping. Okay, sorry. And I was out in public listening to it. I was like, oh, shoot, this is a bop. Sign my papers. Sorry, okay. I'm back. Woo, I'm back. Okay. Ashely Silva. I told you last season that she was a star, and I know a lot of you don't like her. I mean, I don't know if a lot of you, because a lot of you in our community do like Ashely. But I see Ashley's tweets, and I see like, wow, people really don't like you, Ashely? I'm like, I don't get why people don't like Ashely, to be honest with you. Because I can see, well, not everyone's going to like you. We have already gone through this. However, Ashely, like last season, very much like this season, is just peeling back so many layers and sharing so much. Thank you. Finally, we have someone in reality TV not afraid to be themselves. And we got that with Quick last season. We're getting that with Ashely again this season. This conversation with her mom, who is her twin, literally is her twin. This conversation, I think so many people can relate to it. But one part I think not a lot of people can relate to, but there will be people that can relate to this where their mom has left the family to be with some man. I mean, I can't relate to that, but I know there are people that can. So we found that out last week. And so this week, Ashely goes back to her the home she grew up in, which she says she has not been to in like 20 years. What? Why? So her relationship with her mom is up and down. It's up and down. So she goes to have this conversation with her mom, and she jumps right on in. And look, I can appreciate it for television purposes, but when she says, yeah, the book is doing well, her mom doesn't know what the book is about, and she says, well, there's a part about accountability. You should read that chapter. And I was like, So I said, let's go. We're starting. And she's like, what? Accountability for what? I did a very good job as a mother. And she says, I may have left you guys at 16, but I was paying the bills. You had this person here and that person here. I never abandoned you. And I said this on Twitter. I was like, you didn't visit. You didn't leave her without anything. However, you left her without emotional support. And people don't realize how deep and how bigger that is. Because you could be in the house and be emotionally abandoned. And Ashely's mom left the house to be with this man for like 4 years and only came back because Ashely had her son, and her mom wanted to be a grandmother. And this man that she left her children for was like, that doesn't work for me, and left. But the biggest thing out of this conversation for me is that Ashely, and I think she's getting there and understanding. And this is for not just parents, but also anyone that you are waiting for. If you're waiting for someone to say sorry or apologize to you for something that they did to you, understand forgiving someone is not for the other people. It's for yourself. And sometimes you have to forgive people, and they don't even know that you're forgiving them for anything. You just have to let that go. So she has to get there because this conversation, this back and forth leads to tears on both sides. Ashely and her mom. Her mom's like, I love you. You know, you are a difficult child. And Ashely's just like, more digs, more digs. That's the complicated relationships that all of us have with parents. And I said this last week, and I'll say it again this week. Parents just have a way of getting to those areas of your emotional trauma very easily with very slightest of things that they say. And you can see all of the generational trauma that's happening between Ashely and her mom. It would be interesting, and I'm wondering, and I'm sure we'll see Ashely probably talk more about this because she's so transparent, was Ashely's mom, her grandmother, the same way? Like, and it doesn't have to be that way. It doesn't have to be that way because you know what? Just because you're raised by a fantastic mother doesn't mean that you will turn out being the same type of mother. So it would be interesting to know Ashely's grandmother's relationship with her daughter. But this is also generational, especially within the Black community, the very hard way of loving your children. I'm so glad that we are breaking those generational curses. And this is why I didn't judge Ashely for waking her son up. You know, a lot of you were like, oh, he should wake up on his own. And I said, hold on. There's a lot of coddling that can happen in life that will disable a child. Okay. Waking him up is not one of them. And I said, even in those little moments, those little interactions in the morning with her son, he's going to remember those moments. Remember when mom used to wake me up and, you know, she would hug me, kiss me, you know, say something inspirational to me or just nothing, or just be there to hug me, kiss me, get up. It's time to get up. Those moments are the moments you look back on. Those aren't the the moments that your mom bought you your kicks or something like that aren't those moments. Those moments aren't what you remember. So I find it interesting, the path. And literally in this episode, Ashely says, you know, the years of like 15, 16, and 17 were such critical years that make me who I am today. And that's around the time that her mom left. Can you imagine? You felt emotionally abandoned, no matter if her mom felt like you had a roof over your head. I wasn't living with you, but you had a roof over your head. I was paying all the bills. Yeah, but you emotionally abandoned her. And that is far worse and more traumatic than being physically abandoned, honestly. But Ashely seems to be on the right path to figuring that out and healing that and trying to change that. It's so interesting, though, when you look at how DJ Quick grew up and how Ashely grew up and how they've come together. It's very interesting. And of course, we've seen that they have a little bit of different styles in raising their children. But I also feel like they're trying to heal their own trauma from their childhood. All right, because we have more trauma to talk about. Okay. All right. Joi and Clifton. So Joi and Clifton are not full-time, but they are, you know, from Ready to Love, and I like them. Their scenes so far, I feel like we're at the surface right now. But Joi says that she doesn't really want a big wedding. First of all, do beard oils even work? I've tried a few of them, and I feel like I'm still struggling. But I also struggle with being consistent with putting it on. Just saying. I'll try Clifton's, though, because he's got a good beard. Like, he's a perfect person to get one from. But some of that is just genetics. Look, what are we talking about? Okay. So Joi and Clifton are at this shop, and they're looking for. I wanted to smell the oils. You know what oil I really do love, and I need to go find it again? Egyptian musk. Oh, to die for. I love that smell. Anyways, you don't care. So they do talk about their wedding planning, and Joi says, you know, I never was that girl that was looking to have this fairy tale wedding. But Clifton, on one hand, it's like, I mean, I don't want to have fairy tale wedding, but I do want to have a wedding, you know, for family and friends and things like that. And Joy's like, I don't really care about those things. I can appreciate that, but I also feel like they can find a middle ground because he wants to have a wedding. She wants to marry him, which I think is a beautiful thing. And she just doesn't want to do it a big way. I wonder if we're going to get to see the wedding on the show, because she literally says, and I can appreciate this because I'm a very private person myself. She says, we met on TV. We got engaged on TV. When are we going to have something for ourselves? I kind of want to see the wedding. I mean, I'm nosy because I think it would be really beautiful, and it would be our first wedding on Love and Marriage DC. Would it be our first wedding on Love and Marriage? I know we had the renewal with Martell and Melody, but I don't know if we've ever had a marriage on Love and Marriage, the franchise. This would be our first, and it could be really beautiful. But then I also feel like, girl, if it's gonna ruin your relationship, don't do it. Just get married off of television. Don't let no one convince you to do otherwise. Because I don't blame her. But now you're doing a reality show that's on your relationship. When are you going to draw the line? When are you going to draw the line? We appreciate you being here, but I'm just saying, I get where you're coming from with that. All right. Quick is planning a surprise birthday party for Ashely. He's working with Alicia, who I love. They have 24 years of friendship, Alicia and Ashely, and I'm so concerned about this friendship because I don't want this sisterhood. Because after 20-something years of being friends with someone, and you grew up with someone in your formative years, that is your sister. That's why I'm so about Mia and Jacqueline, even though Mia is a liar. I'm just like, damn, you girls grew up together. Doesn't mean that you have to be friends for forever. I get that. I do believe that Jacqueline and Mia, they need to separate at this point. But Alicia and Ashely, that's really her sister. Ashely, I don't know if Ashely has sisters. Yes, she does, right? Yeah. Right? Look, I can't remember. But Alicia is her sister. You know what I mean? And I wouldn't be surprised if Ashely says that Alicia's a lot closer to her than her real sister. But I love that relationship. So Alicia is helping Quick plan this surprise party. And when she goes into to meet up with Ashely, she talked about her conversation with her mom and how that went. And Alicia's just a good friend. And she's just like, I've been there. I've seen how this has all played out. But you're doing it. You're doing big. They're celebrating 24 years of being friends. Look, even if you have one friend that is your ride or die, that's all you need in life. I remember I used to have a whole assortment of friends at one point, and I stopped cultivating those relationships just to see if those relationships will last. And let me tell you, 99% of them did not. So if you have one friend that you can call on and be there for you and is supportive of you, count yourself lucky. Just saying. So I see that with Ashely and Alicia, and I like seeing scenes with them. Because it feels organic, it feels real, it feels like something that we don't see on reality TV anymore. Like, no one brought these two together. They've known each other for forever. Which, fast forward to this birthday party and the car accident, makes you go, oh, damn. Quick, I think you dropped the ball here. All right. But before we get there, Arena and Jamie and their scene at home, we talked a little bit about it. They talk about Winter and her receipts. And they're on the same page in regards to Jason going to school and being independent, and that's what you do. But Arena's also talking about now Jamie is retired and he's at home and he's interfering with her routine and things like that. I feel like Jamie and Arena are opening up a lot more this season as opposed to last season. How do you guys feel? I still feel like they're putting up somewhat of a front, but that's not going to happen overnight, especially when you're already someone that puts up your guard, okay, for whatever reason. Again, guys, if you're just joining us, live chat, be sure to like this video. Be sure to let me know your thoughts on this episode and what stood out to you the most and how it made you feel. How are you feeling about the season so far? Replay crew, Same. I want to know your thoughts. And I know a lot of you are seeing my beautiful Rose Forevers back there. More information is available in the description of this video. So Valentine's Day is what, less than 10 days away. Have you gotten something for your booski? Or have you told your booski what you want? Wouldn't you want roses that you can have for at least a year? At least a year. And the price is good. The price is good. And guess what? You can also get $25 off when you use the discount code Kempire25. All right. Congratulations to Alicia, who won the other day. We gave away a bouquet as well. And thank you to Rose Forever New York for sponsoring that giveaway and for allowing us a discount for this holiday that's about to come up. I hope you guys have a Valentine. I don't. I'm good. And watching this show, Love and Marriage, and recapping these shows are not letting me know, like, yes, this is what I should. No, the holidays, I have to say, around the holidays, if you listen to my podcast, around the holidays, I was like, oh, it would be nice to share this with someone. I got over that real quick. I mean, I do eventually. Come on, I'm not heartless. But I'm just saying, I already got my roses. Yeah. I already got my roses. I'm good. Settle down. Settle down. All right. All right. Speaking of podcasts, guys, don't forget to subscribe to the podcast, Kempire Radio, and on every podcast platform. Also, head on over to TheKempire.com for more information on our merch, the podcast. You can even watch this live on TheKempire.com if you don't want to interact with anyone and you just want to watch the show. And you can watch it right on our website. But all information with everything Kempire is available there, including our social media, like our TikTok watch parties. We have our New Jersey watch party coming up this Tuesday night. And of course, tonight we have our Family Karma and Real Housewives of Potomac watch party. So much is happening with Potomac. It is the season finale, so it will be a big night to watch all of that. All right. So back to this. So we had that scene with Jamie and Irena. Honestly, again, I feel like we were beating a dead horse talking about the winter and her receipts at this point, but we'll move on to Ashely's party. So Quick loves him some Ashely. This is why I love their relationship. Protect their relationship at all costs as well. He throws this surprise party for her. She's not surprised because she's like, nobody's called me for my birthday. Nobody's, said, let's go out to eat. So she's like, either people are sucky or they're planning a surprise party. She's no fool. So she's not completely surprised when she walks in and everyone's there to surprise her for her birthday. So while they're celebrating her, Quick is told by Ashely's assistant that Alicia got into a car accident. Her car is total. Alicia is okay. She's crying. And I mean, I can't tell people how to react, but I was just like, oh, wait, is she okay? Like, okay. But maybe hearing Alicia maybe startled her and made her a little worried. But Quick is like trying to get in contact with Alicia. They can't get in contact with her. Quick decides he's not going to tell Ashely about this until after the party. I get his intention, but this is her sister. This is like her sister. I think she would want to at least check in on her and see how everything's going. I do think that was a little bit selfish of you. I think part of you didn't want to ruin your surprise for Ashely. Just saying. So Ashely and Quick and Jamie and Irena are all hanging out and talking, and the conversation, I think Jamie was drunk. Anyone else? Because look, I don't drink, but I felt like Jamie was drunk because of the way he was acting. Even though he can be a little theatrical sometimes, I felt like he was a little tipsy in his reaction, because first of all, he was applauding Quick for reiterating what he was saying to little Jamie. But then the conversation about Jamie saying he doesn't want to be here anymore, meaning that he wants to unlive himself. Ooh. Here's the thing. I know a lot of people are going to be very mad at Jamie. I'm not mad at Jamie. I do think that Jamie should take what little Jamie is saying more seriously. But I appreciate Jamie giving us his real reaction, because there are a lot of people, especially in the Black community, that have said and will say the same exact things that he said in that moment when a child says that to a parent. And he said he's always saying this. I can't tell you, I literally, as I'm talking to you about this, I still see little Jamie's face in that hallway crying, reacting to the conversation that he had with his dad. He's hurt. There's some serious hurt going on there. So I do believe him, and I don't want us to find out if he really meant it when he actually does something. And Ashely's like, you can't, the things that you're saying right now are triggering, because I have a mother very much like you saying similar things like you do, but she doesn't share with Jamie in that moment. She will next week, that she has tried to unlive herself before. And I wonder if Ashely's mother even knows that. Again, another week of Ashely just peeling back so many layers. And Ashely, thank you for sharing this, especially in the Black community. And I keep bringing this up, and I know some of you are like, why are you always making it about a Black? Because there is serious generational trauma, generational not talking about our emotions, not talking about these feelings and these parent-child relationships and dynamics that are very prevalent in our community, which stems from the trauma of a lot of different things, racism, the civil rights movement, and just there's a lot. And we are just really being allowed to talk about that and to be able to say, it's not done. It's not over. We are still healing from that. And our parents are still healing from that. So I appreciate Ashely being so open and transparent about that, because she didn't have to. I know a lot of people are like, oh, you're on a reality show, blah, blah, blah. And she didn't have to. She didn't have to share that part of herself, but she's so open and willing to share this real side of herself and her own issues. And I think what she's gone through, and next week when she shares this with Jamie, it will help Jamie get to a better perspective. Will Jamie be all of a sudden an evolved woke man? No. And I appreciate Jamie being himself. Finally, Jamie, do not allow the commenters and the audience to change you being yourself on the show. If anything, allow yourself to listen and learn to make yourself a better person, especially for your children. So I know that's not going to be a popular opinion, but I'm not here to be popular. As you already know, a stubborn Taurus. And I'll be stubbornly myself and be stubborn. No matter how some of you will be in the comment section, you are wrong. And I listen, because I'm not always right. But here's the thing. When I'm reviewing a show and I'm sharing my opinion on what I view in front of me, that's my opinion. I am not, a newscaster here. I'm reviewing a show. I'm sharing my thoughts and my reflections and my own experience to that review. I enjoyed this episode. It's only episode 3. I just want to say this, though. Please do not make this a long season like y'all did with Love and Marriage Huntsville. If you don't have it, keep it short and keep it cute. 10 episodes. I would love a 10-episode season, to be honest with you. And then a reunion. I don't know how long the season is, but do not drag it out. All right? Unless we're getting a wedding this season, but I don't think so. Guys, how are you feeling about the season so far? This is only episode 3. And I said to you before, they are still in the middle of filming this season of Love and Marriage DC. I'm enjoying it because we are having deeper conversations, larger conversations, and we're having a good time. We shall see how the rest of the season goes. I want to see how you guys are feeling. Replay crew, how are you feeling about the season? How would you rate this episode? I probably would rate this episode, I'm going to give this an 8.5. That's the first number that comes into mind. I'm going to give it an 8.5. I thought it was a solid episode. To me, it didn't feel like we were dragging out scenes. It moved along quickly, and I was like, okay, this was good. And we touched on a lot of different things. One thing we didn't touch on, hold on. Oh, I hope you didn't turn off the review. Sherelle. All right, Sherelle and Black were there. That's who I was forgetting that was sitting at the table. Because now we're getting into a little bit more what happened between Sherelle, Joi, and Black. You remember Joi and Black were in a group together, and the other person in that group was one of her good friends. And apparently Black was dating this friend. And he says that's when Joi was acting funny to make it seem as if maybe Joi was jealous. Sherelle was like, I found out homegirl had blocked me. So Joi had blocked Sherelle and Black. Come to find out next week, apparently Black was dating Sherelle and her friend. So I can see why maybe Joi doesn't like the whole situation. I need to unpack more of this to get to the timeline of how everything broke down, because it was like what messed up the group, because they started dating and there was this love triangle and no one was getting along. I want to hear the music though. Was the music good? Okay. Guys, as always, I want to know your reaction to the episode, your thoughts. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to share this video. Very, very important. And don't forget to follow me on Twitter so you can be a part of our new game that we're playing. Okay? Fire, demote, keep. Let's play that game on Twitter, guys. And of course, I will be live tweeting for the Real Housewives of Potomac and other things that you don't even know that I'm watching, like Shotgun Wedding with J-Lo last night. I was watching it. I honestly, look, this is why you can't listen to reviews or what other people say. You have to watch things for yourself. It was actually really good. It was funny. J-Lo had me laughing. And it's not really a rom-com. It's sort of like a rom-com mixed with an action movie. I was like, I didn't expect that. And it was good. You can watch it on Prime. And I'm also watching Harlem on Prime. Did they just release 2 episodes? Am I wrong? Only 2 episodes came out so far? It was good, though. Harlem on Prime. I was all on my Prime this week. Anyways, guys, let's continue this conversation in the comment section. Thank you to our members of the channel. We appreciate you providing. As you can see, I'm already starting to move things around. You see, look, I'm sure you're paying attention. I'm moving stuff around. I'm always upgrading. I'm always elevating. I'm always trying to evolve and trying to stay ahead of those that copy us. It's okay. Look, there's nothing original under the sun anymore. Guys, let's continue this conversation in the comment section. Thank you to everyone for watching. Thank you to our King's Guards. Thank you to the members. And thank you to our subscribers. And to those of you watching in the bushes, keep watching. See you guys later. Let's get out of here with some music.
Going straight to the sky, let me see you put your hands up. Cause we do till we die and we on another level. To the rest, wave goodbye, put baguettes in the benzo. Got a piece of the pie. Told you once, told you twice, that we only got one life. Stay up. Diamond shine, best at night. You wear yours, I'll wear mine. Go dumb tonight, tonight. Dipping low with my girls tonight. Got my ice in the clouds. Cali Dro got me feeling right. With my ice in the clouds. Dipping low with my girls tonight. Got my ice in the clouds. Cali Dro got me feeling right. Wanna see you put your hands up. Pointing straight to the sun, everybody lift your bands up. Celebrate cause we won, we stay on another level. Yeah, the team stay fly, word to Bruno, get your ranks up. Cause the limit is the sky. Told you once, told you twice, that we only got one life. Stay